So the first thing I will do is to draw my guideline. Then after that, I will come here and put down my neckline. My neckline is 3 by 3. I will come here, put down my 3, measure from here to here, another 3. Then I will use my French cuff and connect it. Then after that, I will measure my shoulder divided by 2. My shoulder is 14.5, divided by 2 will give me 7.25. I will measure it. Then for my armhole, I will do my bust measurement, 40 divided by 6 plus 1 plus 1.5, which will give me 9.2. I'll measure the 9.2 here. Then I will come here, still measure my shoulder measurement, which is 7.25. Then I'll come here and measure my armhole so that I'll get a straight line, 9.2. And I will use my ruler and connect everything. I'll connect here to here. And then connect this. Then after that, I will come down here by 1.5 because you know that our shoulder is not straight. Then after that, I will measure my vertical measurement. So my shoulder to under the bust. My shoulder to under the bust is 15. Right? Yeah, 15. So I'll measure my 15. My shoulder to waist, I want to use 20 because it's a jumpsuit. So you can use, it depends on where you want your outline to stop. So I'll come here, measure the same thing, 15, 20. So I'll use my ruler and connect the line. Then after that, I will measure I will divide here by 2. The remaining, I will divide it by 2. That is from here to here. I will divide it by 2. Whatever I got, I will come in by 0.75 for my armhole depth. Then I will connect here to here with my straight ruler. Then after that, I will measure my bust measurement, which is 40 divided by 4. It will give me 10. So I'll write my 10, then use my French cuff, connect this to this. Make sure you don't have any sharp edge. Then after that, I will calculate my nipple to nipple. If you like, you can measure your nipple to nipple on your client, but I want to do my own true calculation. So for this calculation, I'll be doing my bust. I did it in my previous video. My bust divide by 6 plus 1.5. So my own is 4. But before then, let me measure my shoulder to nipple. For my shoulder to nipple, for my nipple line, I will be bust line. I'll be using 1.5 below. From my armhole line, I'll measure 1.5. That is my nipple line. This can work for everybody, but if the person is very busty, you can measure 2 downwards, and then I will connect. Then after that, I will measure my nipple to nipple, which is my bust measurement divided by 6 plus 1.5, which will give me 4. It will give me 8. 8 divided by 2, it will give me 4. So I'll measure my 4 here. Come here, also measure my 4. Then I will use my straight ruler and connect it. I'll use my straight ruler and connect it. Then after that, I will come here measure my ½ inch for my dart intake, ½ inch on both sides. Then after that, I'll measure my arm and my waist measurement. My waist measurement is 37.5. If I divide it by 4, it will give me 9.25. So I'll come here and measure my 9.25. Then after doing that, I will add my dart intake, which is 1. I added half on both sides, so it will be half plus half is 1. So I'll measure that one here. Then after that, I'll connect this to this. Then after that, I will connect my dart, but before I do that, I'll come down here by 1.25 for my dart for me to connect it. So I'll connect here to that 1.25 for my bust to balance well. If the person is too busty, you can use 2. You can come down from there by 2 so that her bust will enter into the curve very well. Then after doing this, we will take in our under the bust. For under the bust measurement, my under the bust is 34.5, so I'll measure my 34.5 divided by 4. So whatever it gives me, I'll place it here. So from here, I will measure what I have here and then share it among this side. So I'll put ½ inch this side and 1.25 on this side. Then after that, I will connect this to this with my French curve. I'll connect this to this, then I'll do the same here. Then I'll come down, connect this to this, reconnect it to the line. Then I'll do the same, but for we to avoid flaying off, you know, sometimes after sewing your outfit, here will be like a kind of, it will spread out a little. So I will come here, add 0.25 to avoid that flaying off. Then I'll come here and add it back. So I will connect. After that, I will now go over to I will reconnect this line again to that 0.25 I added back. So I'm not using this again. I'm not gonna use this line and canceling. This is the one I'm using. So after then, we will now measure our upper part, which is to draft our yoke and all that. So for my yoke, I will divide my shoulder by 2. My shoulder divide by 2. That is from here to here. You divide it by 2 to get the center. Then I'll connect here to this side. Then after that, I will now measure for my upper bust. I would like to measure 4 inches upwards because I don't want my cleavage to be showing. Then after that, I will come here, measure 2 inches above. I'll measure my 2 inches above. Then I'll use my ruler, connect it. Then after that, I will now measure my After that, I will then measure my that is the I will measure from here to my center front. So I want it to go like this. So I will connect it. After connecting it, I will then measure how deep I want this center front to be. So for this center front, I want it to be like 7 inches deep. I want it to be very deep. So I want it to be like 7 inches deep. So from here, I will put down my under the upper bust tightening. For my upper bust tightening, I'll be using 0.75 on both sides. So when I do that, I will use the part of my French curve. I'll first of all come up by 1.25 again here. Then I'll use the part of my French curve which is not too curvy. That part that is on, because we don't need a curve this thing here. So I'll use it and connect it. Then after that, I will now connect here to here. I will connect here to here. I want it to be like a V shape. Then after that, this 0.25 I used here, I will add it back here so that we are not gonna run into trouble. So I will add my 0.25 here, and then I will use my French curve and reconnect it again. Reconnect it to my bust line. Then once I'm done with that, we will add our bust dart. Our bust dart is my half length minus my back length. Whatever the difference is my bust dart. So my own is 2. So I'll connect this to my nipple point. So after that, I'll cut. So guys, before then, let's make sure that what we have here is the same with what we have here, so that it will be equal. I have 3 here, so I'll come here, make sure I still have my 3. So I'll reconnect it so that the 2 sides will be equal. So after that, I'll continue. I will then close this dart. So I will bring this one, bring this side, bring here, then close it to touch the main bust line. I'll make sure it touches it. Then after that, I'll close it with my tape. So as I close it, you will see that here is no longer a pot. So I will add just a small piece. I will add my small piece, still use my tape and connect it. So I'll then use my ruler, reconnect here again, and cut out the rest. Sorry guys, I will notch my nipple point. I'll notch it so that I'm not gonna miss it. So after that guys, I want to close my yoke a little. I'll measure 0.25 here. I'll measure another 0.25 on the other side. Then I'll use my tape, my ruler, and connect it. This, if you like, you do this. If you don't like, you can. This is my yoke. You can use your yoke like that. So I will close the dart just for it to be tighter. I will close it, then use my tape to hold it. So this is it. So this is it. So if I still want, I will add what I did here. I used 0.5 to close it. I will add it back. I'll just get a piece of paper. Sorry. I'll get a piece of paper and then add, it's ½ inch, so I might add that 0.5 back, then use my ruler and connect it back to the armhole. So I'll connect it back to the armhole and then cut. For my back measurement, I'll be using this paper for my back measurement. So I will still draft this line for my margin. I'll draft this line for my margin. Then I like drafting my zip allowance on my pattern paper too. So I will mark out 1.5 inch for my zip allowance. Then from there I will mark from this 1.5 inches. I will mark my shoulder measurement, which is 7.25. Then after doing that, I will put down my shoulder measurement. You know, our back, we do not have bust on the back. At the back there is no bust. So what we'll measure here is our back length. Our back length is 18. You know, our back length and our front length are not the same because of the bust. It's 18. So I'll connect it. So after doing that, I will come here, measure my 1.5 inch for zip allowance. After measuring it, for my back tightening to avoid bulgy zip, I will go in by 1 inch. From this zip allowance, I will go in by 1 inch. Then from here, I will come down by 5 inch. And then when I come down, I will still measure my 1.5 inch for zip allowance. Then from here, I will connect to this 1 inch. Our back is not straight, so that's the essence of doing it. Then from here, I will measure 1.5 inches backwards for my zip allowance. Then I will reconnect. So after that, guys, I will then measure my neckline. My neckline is 3 by 1 because I'm making a turtleneck. 3 by 1. I'll use my French cuff and connect it. Then after that, I will measure my armhole. You remember we got 9.2 for the front, and we'll use the same thing here. And after that, I'll still measure my 7.25. Then after that, I will still do the same 9.2 here. Then I'll use my ruler and connect it. Then connect this. Then after that, guys, I'll come down here by 1 inch. Front is 1.5, back is 1 inch. Then after that, whatever I have remaining, I will divide it by 2. Then mark it, then come in by 0.5. Use my ruler to connect this to this. So I'll use my ruler and connect it. Then after doing that, I'll put down my bust measurement, which is 40 divided by 40. I'll use my French curve, connect it to my armhole. Then after doing that, I will measure my shoulder to my waist measurement. For my waist measurement, my waist is 37.5. Divide by 4, the same thing we did at the front. So whatever I got 9.25. So I'll add my 1 inch for that intake. I'll be taking 0.5 that intake on both sides. I'll connect it. Then after that, from this line, I will mark my 4 inch for that. Not from here, from here. I'll mark my 1 inch for that. Then I will come here, measure the same thing. From here, I will mark my 4 inch again. Then I will connect. Then after that I'll connect this to this, but first of all I will divide my shoulder by 2. Then connect. Then after doing that, I will then mark how deep I want it. For the back side, I came up by 2 inches. So for the front part, I mean, so I will do the same here for my armhole. Then from here, I will come down here by 10 inches. So I'll do my connection like this. So I want it to be deep. So when I'm done with that, I will close here by 0.25 on both sides. Then I will mark my 0.5 inch that intake. Then I will connect. Then after doing that, I'll come down here by 1.5 inch for my button and all that. So I will then make a yoke curve to here. You can use your free hand to do it, or you use your French curve. So with my French curve, I'll connect it. Then after that, I think we are done. It will have a zipper, there is no loop and all that. So after that, we are done with our back. So this 0.5 I took here, I will reconnect it here. I'll put down my 0.25. It's not much, so it's not gonna be noticeable on your outfit. Even if I didn't put it back, there's nothing wrong with it because it's just 0.525. So after that, I will cut my back. Back is always very easy to draft. So I will cut. So guys, this is my yoke for the back. This is my side back. So this is my center back. So guys, let me cut my peplum. So guys, I want to cut my flare here. Cut my flare here. So please go to my video. I think that was my first video, so that you will see how I cut my 360 degrees flare. I'll be using 360 degrees flare for this particular outfit. So what I would have done all the calculation already. I've marked out my 360 degrees flare too. So I'll start putting down my measurement. So my radius, I've calculated it already. So I'll start putting it down here. So I'm using 6 for my radius. So I'll start putting it down. I'll start putting it down. Then after putting down my radius, I'll measure my length. The length of my flare will be 8 plus 9 inch for sewing, 7.5 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. That will be 8.5. So I will mark my 8.5 all through. I will mark my 8.5 all through. So after marking my 8.5, I'll come here, like at this tip. I'll make sure it's on a straight line. I will come here, mark like 3.5 inches. I'll mark my 3.5 inches. So from here, I will connect it to that place. I will make sure it's on a straight line. I want to make sure. I'll make sure it's on a straight line. I marked 3.5 inches here, so I'll connect it back. I don't want to use all this for my handkerchief plate. I'll connect it back. Then after that, I'll cut. Then after that, guys, I will then cut my radius. For my radius, I want to be sure that I will have excess, small excess, so that the flare will overlap somehow. So I have 9.25 here. I'll cut it. Then after cutting it, guys, I will spread it out. I will spread it out. So when you spread it out, you refold it like this. You refold it like this. So you refold it. You refold it like this. After the folding this, you still fold here to get a straight line. You fold here to get a straight line. Then after doing that, you cut here. I've marked it out already. After cutting here, you fold this to this side, so that I will cut here too. So I will cut here too. So after doing that, I will spread it. Then when I spread it, I will, the exact measurement I have here, I will measure it round too. Sorry guys, I wish you will understand what I'm trying to get. So I have 8.5, 8.5, 8.5, 8.5, so I will measure my 8.5. After doing that, I'll cut from here. So once I get to this line, I didn't cut the underneath. So once I get to this center line, this line, I will pick up one. You know I was cutting two before. So once I get to the center line, I will cut one instead of the two. I will leave the one underneath. And then after cutting it, I will come here, just cut this. So after doing that, I will open up this one. This is my center bag. I'll open it up. Then this is my center front. I'll open it up. So this is my bag, my center front. This is my bag. So if I like, I'll somehow blend it by half inch. I'll blend it in so that when this side overlap here, this will be out like this. So that is it for my plate. I will now place it on my fabric and cut. So guys, this is it. It will just overlap. So the next thing I will do right now, this is how it will go. So I will just blend this here. So if you really want precious exact style, you will do it like this. You will from here do it like this. But I don't want that exact style. I want it like this, so that's why my own will just overlap and be like this. So this is my center front. This is my center front too. The other part is my back. I will then place it on my fabric and cut. So this is the remaining of my fabric that is remaining. I'll place it like this. Place this one here. I'll have to cut them together so that guys, I've cut my flake. I've cut everything. So this is it. You will make sure that you place it very well so that after sewing, here will be your front. So this is how it will be after sewing. This is how I want it to be after sewing. It will overlap this. Then I will now put my hairstay. I will put my hairstay on my main fabric. Then put my peplum stay. Peplum stay is like a very thick stay. I'll put my peplum stay on my lining and put my normal hairstay, like cotton hairstay, on my main fabric. And then I will go ahead and put my interfacing through my hairstays on my fabric and put my light gum stay on my lining. I'll go ahead and put that. After that, I will then start sewing. Interfacing. So this is my first flay. This is my first flay. I put hard peplum stay on the lining. Then I put my hairstay on the main fabric. So this is it for my hairstay, for my flake. So this is my yoke. For my yoke, you guys know that the back will be open, so I need to close this side. I will turn the yoke with this nude net. I will turn it with the nude net. Then I did the same thing for the front. Then I've already added my interfacing tool. This is my main fabric. I've added my cotton interfacing all through. I've padded. I'm not gonna use scope for this. But one secret with joining I would like to pinpoint is make sure that your nipple to nipple match. This is my nipple, this is my nipple, so I will make sure that these two meet each other here. So with this I'll be able to join this, make sure that it meets, so that your bust will not be somehow. So that is it for now. Next video is gonna be the outfit and the joining. Thank you. So guys, this is how far I've gone. So I've sewn my, please make sure you remove your thread. So I've joined my bust part with 1/2 inch sewing allowance. I've joined the two bust parts. I've joined the front too. I've joined everything with 1/2 inch sewing allowance on the side. So after joining, I notched here because this is the beauty of your bust here. I notched here. I notched it all through the bust. Anywhere you see a curve, anytime you are sewing a curvy part, just notch here. After notching it, you now use your tailor's ham. You use it, place it on your bust. That point where the nipple to nipple is, make sure that's where that is pointing, this pointing part, that's where it falls. Make sure it falls there. Then use your steam iron and press it open. After pressing it open, you down for the down part here, from the under bust down, you press here open. Do the same for this side and then turn it. You can see how smooth it is. Turn it to the front and then don't press your bust part on a flat surface, it will spoil it. So just do the same thing here. Press it with your steam iron. Do the same thing the other side and then press the down part open. You can see how beautiful it is already. I did the same for the back, for the lining too. So this is the lining. You can see how beautiful it is, and this is the front part. Then for the back, I've gone ahead to join everything for the back. I've joined the lining because I'm not gonna do inseam lining on this outfit. That is mine, so I'm not gonna do inseam. So I've joined everything. The back is gonna have like button here. I've joined everything all through. Here is gonna be open. So this is how far I've gone. Then for the flay, I've joined the flay and pressed it too. So this is how neat it is. After joining your flay, you use your pressing iron. You will join the down part first, then turn it over. Press it very well before you join this side. So that is how far I've gone. So I think the next video you will see is the full outfit video. That's the next video you will see. So this is how the flay is gonna be. This is how this will overlap. I might also like to do it like this. Just do this thing here. I might also like to do it like this. So this is how it will be. Here will just come out. So that is it. Next video will be the sewing. Thank you.